settle. One thing I don't have, and I don't see anywhere for in. Alright, well I should be streaming at the very least. Let me confirm that. Make sure it's actually in the right orientation. It gave me different options this time, and that was irritating. Okay, cool. So we are streaming, so that's good. Good thing is, the thing about nobody watching your streams is that you don't have to worry too much. Some music here from Lo-Fi Girl, since it's allowed to use for streaming stuff. Let's see if I can still play. Oh no, it mutes that. Well, that's cool. So yeah, there's some things I'm having to get used to this year. Let's see if it's still recording. Make sure everything's still going good. Turn on everything else. Here's the best part about the beginning of streams is that I don't have to really worry too much about anyone. I should have. I'm hesitant to angle it more, to angle this here more, because of the fact that it might fall over. But also, like, y'all should be able to see more than you can. Maybe it's better if I just move that a little bit. Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good for stream. Again, best part about no one watching your streams that you can start out and figure out what you're doing. It just takes a little bit for me to see it on here. That didn't change. That didn't change anything. I mean, I'm going to be doing it here anyway, so let's see. I had to wait for the lag. That's good enough. Okay, so anyway, let me stop this, and then I should be able to pop out the chat so that I can see everyone, because I just know there's going to be so many people watching. So, let's play that, and then where'd the pop-out chat go? There it is. Okay, so I think I can see if somebody joined. I hope so. I don't know if I can or not. But anyway, I know that probably by the time I'm even done, there's not going to really be anyone here, but welcome to a late night pumpkin carving for Halloween. I wanted to do this earlier. I haven't been feeling too good today, so this is going to be when I start. I think I'm going to do the face like kind of right around here. I think it looks pretty good. Tried to find a pretty good pumpkin this year. And I think that'll work. I think that'll work out. And just X out of that chat to make sure that I've never tried this before, so I'm hoping I'm gonna just type testing. Okay, so hopefully it works just fine. Anyway, yeah, if anybody happens to drop into this stream late, or they find it later and they start watching, that's also fine. But yeah, I'm going to start. I didn't have a pen this year to draw on the pumpkin, but it hasn't helped in past years. So, yeah, it doesn't seem like it's gonna matter. I was gonna use this tinier pumpkin originally for my jack-o'-lantern, but then I bought this big pumpkin I'm gonna use it later on just outside my door to be fall decoration. So I was like, I actually want to do my roll pumpkin here for this. So, hopefully, I'm pretty sure most everybody's already had their everybody's probably had their Halloween already, but mine's a little, because I wasn't feeling too good, mine's going a little bit slower, so I'm going to try and use this knife to see if it works pretty good for carving. So far, not really. Bend the knife. Careful. I always try and do this like I'm supposed to do, where you're supposed to do it at an angle. But as I've said, I'm not very good at this, so. And see, I just stabbed him in a place that he doesn't need to be stabbed, so. I'm going to try this knife instead, see if it's a little bit better. I used to have a kit for this, and you can buy kits at Walmart and stuff, but they're a little bare bones, and I thought, well, this would work better, but maybe it won't. And cool, I just stabbed where his face is going to be. That's always good. Like I said, I've never been very good at this. I have tried and tried to be good at pumpkin carving, and I have never once actually been good at pumpkin carving. Cool. Yes, I just continue to stab it. So those are going to be his special pumpkin ones. They don't irritate me to the very core of my being at all. No, I don't hate that. That doesn't bug me. I'm not bugged. I am not perturbed. But anyway, if you didn't get to carve a pumpkin for Halloween, you can vicariously live through me doing mine terribly. Oh, and I mean terribly. I don't know what I'm doing so bad this year. Usually I can get it to go at least a little bit. That's kind of okay, I guess, if he's got like a big hole in the back here where he opens, because like I gotta dig it out somehow. Last year I think I made my digging hole was too small. Yeah, that's the other reason I meant to do, or I was thinking about doing a smaller pumpkin. I think next year I'm going to. As much as I like having the bigger pumpkins be my Halloween pumpkin, like, this takes a lot. It takes a lot out of you, too. And I gotta get it to go over. Whoops, see, I didn't mean to do that, but I guess that's gonna be where I'm going now. I guess I'm not very good at this. Always get pumpkin bits everywhere. Maybe some poor soul will wander in and get to see where I'm carving the pumpkin and get to vicariously enjoy their Halloween. I'm going to do this pumpkin carving anyway, so at least this way I can do it on stream. People can maybe enjoy it. Probably not, though, considering how bad I'm doing. So my advice is to not do pumpkin carving the way that I do it, which is badly. So if you have the ability to not do this badly, I would suggest using that technique. I can't tell if anyone's watching because of the way that I'm doing this. I know probably more popular YouTubers have like a better setup, but this is what I've got, so I gotta work with it. Yeah, hey! Welcome. Glad to see somebody can at least see my video and watch me terribly carve this pumpkin. You'll notice quite the lag from when you say hi to when I respond. But that's because, oh, I stabbed him again, that's cool. Okay, I have all these nice little... I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Okay. I missed. I'm sure that's fine. Whew. I really should do a small pumpkin next year. I'm just like, oh man, it is quite a lot of work. But that worked out pretty good. Hope you had a good Halloween. I didn't really do much of anything. I went to a bar that was playing live music. And I sat there and listened to live music, and that was it. I'm trying to. Whew, I forgot how much work it was to do this. I haven't been feeling good today, so I almost didn't do this. And then I decided to go ahead and do it, so hopefully that wasn't a bad decision. It's always such a mess, too. I really need to do just a small pumpkin like this one over here next year. I got some pumpkin on my backdrop there. But hopefully this way, if you didn't carve a pumpkin this year, you can feel like you did. You can enjoy it. There's a part of me that wants to just take all these pumpkin seeds and just throw them into the yard and see what happens. Be like, will they grow into pumpkins? Probably not in this climate, but you never know. Try not to. Yeah, I got pumpkin on me. Try not to have any little dangly spaghetti bits here so that, you know, they don't catch fire, because that would be bad. Fire's bad. Same look as always. I'm trying to. Well, part of the reason why is because I'm so bad at carving pumpkins that the same look is pretty much all I'm capable of. But also because I'm trying to eventually get that to where it looks like I want it to. But this year I didn't have any. I don't have a marker, so I don't know how well that's going to turn out. Make sure that'll still fit there. Okay, I need my bigger spoon. this over here. Yeah, that's fine. I was thinking getting napkins, which is probably a bad idea. But oh well. This is the fun part. I get to do that thing I just did, but even more. I'm trying to throw in a seed. Yeah, I do the same look each year. I mean to do different eventually, but I want this one to look right. And so, whew, my hand's already tired. Hope your Halloween was good. Like I said, I just went to that bar and listened to music. They were pretty good. I've heard them last year. Wasn't as much fun as last year, though. Last year they did it in this really cool location. It was like a, it was like a little alleyway, like an art alleyway, and they played out there. It was really fun. This year they didn't do that. They played inside the bar, and it was cool, but it did kind of lack something. The pumpkin has some. Pumpkin's stringier than I'm used to. It's like way more spider webby. I'm trying to do it so y'all can see. Also having to do it at a point where I can do this without being able to see it. I'll probably end up, before I go to bed tonight, watching a scary movie again. I usually do that for Halloween. I've been watching them all week long. I signed up to AMC Plus because it came with free Shudder, so it gave me a few more options. I'll probably end up doing my usual. I usually either watch The Ring or The Grudge on Halloween. I'll probably end up watching The Ring this year. The Japanese versions, of course, they're the better ones. Especially with The Grudge, actually. I actually like the American version of The Ring, but the Japanese version of it is a lot better. But the Japanese versions of The Grudge are so much better. I haven't seen the American versions in a long time, and to be fair, I like both Sarah Michelle Gellar and Bill Pullman, but I just did not like that movie. In 7 days. Yeah, I have like a, almost dropped it. I have like a little Good Smile Company Sadako figurine that I can change up and everything, because that's like my favorite scary movie is The Ring. Always happy to do that. I'm actually reading the Ring novel. I forgot to mention that. I got it from Barnes & Noble. They had the book, and it's all translated. And it's not bad, it's interesting, so I've been reading through it. I am not getting through any of this, man. But yeah, I've been reading it. It's been pretty good so far. It's not like it's very different than the movie so far. The main character is actually there's not where the movie was like a woman and reporter. This is a man, and he doesn't have a well, he has a kid, but she's like 2, I think, and he's married with a wife. And he's like a troubled reporter that's like had problems in the past, but he wants to like make like a sensational story and everything, and so like he's working on that and stuff. And it's been interesting. It's like I said, it's not like the best everything. It's not quite as interesting as the movie in some ways, but like the same way, like I could see where it's gonna get better. I've never read it before, and they have the other sequels there too, but I figured I'd wait and see if I liked this one before I actually went and bought the sequels to the book, because it could be terrible. I don't know. I may end up not liking it. So far, I'm okay with it. Like some of it's a little stilted in the way it's written, but that might be because it's translated. I don't know. But it's it's okay so far. I'm just having a lot of trouble here. I wonder if I try the other spoon, if I'll do better. I don't normally have this much trouble with it. It's a strange pumpkin. Ow, my hand's starting to hurt. So pro tip, if you're going to make a pumpkin, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not, but I got to do this so I can get some of this out of here. Just don't be a wuss. I'm a wuss. My fingies hurt. And I've got pumpkin all over me. Must be a manly man to do pumpkin carving. Or me. It's up to you. Yeah, I don't even lift, bro. Gotta start my games for Halloween next year. It's been a pretty fun month. I didn't actually really do that much traveling because I wasn't feeling good, but I went to the state fair the Texas this year. I like doing that every year. And it was fun, but it was very expensive compared to last year. So I don't know. I didn't go that much this year. I usually go like a lot more, but I don't think I went like twice with some friends that wanted to go see it, and so I went with them. But like normally I go like a lot, and I didn't really get to do much this year. But it was fun. I bought a flute. Can't play it, but I bought a flute. Can play Three Blind Mice, most of it. Yeah, I've been trying to watch like different scary movies and stuff, things that I have seen and haven't. I did go see Good Boy, the scary movie with the dog in it. It was all right, but it's very if you watch like a. Okay, I'll see you later. I had fun. Glad you get to stop into the stream. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Happy Halloween to you too. Happy Halloween. It's also good to know this pumpkin. I mean, that the chat works on carving this pumpkin. That definitely helps out with that. Yeah, this is taking a little longer than I wanted to. Fortunately, I do have work in the morning. Not exactly a fun way to end Halloween, knowing you got work, but you're going to be a semi-functioning adult. You know what you got to do. Okay, see if I can get some of this out of here. This is always the hardest part, because I usually just make a mess. I'm sure my tradition of making just a huge mess will continue this year. None of that came up. That's cool. That all stayed in the pumpkin. Let's see if I can make it better. Yeah, nope, that ain't working, right? Okay, so this is the part I am the absolute worst at. I mean, if I do this, that kind of holds on to it. Maybe I can use that. Let's see. It ain't really coming up all that well. My strength level is too low for the required pumpkin carving feat. Whoops. Oh, there it goes. That's cool. Guess as long as it's not me. Part of me regrets doing this today because, like I said, I have not been feeling all that well. And this is very tedious and time consuming, but I want to have a jack-o'-lantern for Halloween. Oh, that's getting everywhere. That's cool. Cool. Yeah, that's what that happened. This is all going, everything's going well. This is going well. I'm definitely not just scooping the exact same set of pumpkin guts out of here and pouring onto me. Definitely not. That would be silly if that were to happen. Maybe I can actually, I can't do this. Have the pumpkin come here. That way I can, yeah, that'll work better. But normally I don't have this much trouble, I don't think, in terms of getting the pumpkin juice and guts out of here. Very squishy. I've never cut into a bad pumpkin. What do I ever have if I actually had like a rotted pumpkin on the inside? I didn't know if I cut into it. Would it explode like a rotted watermelon, or would I just be like, ew, gross? Go on with my life. Because you have to get a rotted watermelon, it ferments, and then it explodes. Apparently it smells horrible. I'm not doing the best job of getting all this out of here. I'm sure you can't tell. Been playing Ghost of Yotei lately. That's really fun. I haven't really done anything on YouTube, so that's why I haven't been uploading yet. But just playing it in my spare time. I really like the first game. Whoop, remember that. I've got a lot of seeds to clean up here when I'm done. This is a very seedy pumpkin. Lots of seeds in this one. More than I'm used to. Again, I kind of just want to scatter them around in the ground and see pumpkins grow. Wouldn't that be fun? Okay, I think this and I can get most of it out of here more. See, what you all don't see is that the bag is slowly falling to the ground, which is going to make doing this pointless, I think. Here in like 0.5 of a second, I think my plan is falling apart on me. There we go. This and this. Doesn't do it. I try to do this every year. I need to see if anybody's joined. No one has. It's just me. Yeah, I try to do this every year, but I think I've skipped a few years, and then I used to do it on Facebook. My Facebook account is dead, so I can't use it. It's very irritating, actually. My Facebook is not 100% dead. What happened was that I got hacked because I was dumb, and so my Facebook account, my Instagram account got flagged, and I tried to tell them, hey, I was hacked and everything, showed them, sent them ID and everything like that, and they didn't care, so they deleted it. And I was like, okay, cool, I don't use Instagram. And then, when they deleted my Instagram, they like locked my Facebook and said, well, you need to appeal our decision on Instagram, which I can't because it's gone. So Facebook doesn't know that Instagram is gone. And I think I would just get my Facebook back if they knew that. So I don't know. There are apparently a couple ways I can contact them and try to get it back, and I guess I'll do that here eventually. But I'm been kind of slow about it, and so my Facebook's just been gone. Haven't been able to message any of my friends and say I'm streaming. I'm streaming live. Please come watch me carve this pumpkin. But no, I haven't been able to do that. Nobody knows but me and the other with my friend who knows me. I listen to a lot of Lorena McKennitt. I've been listening to her. I like her music, and she has a Halloween song called All Souls Night, which is pretty good. I like a lot of Celtic music, and I think she's more considered like world music than Celtic, but I enjoy listening to her. I think she's very talented and has like a pretty good sound. And as a musician, you know, I can appreciate the what she's done. I can't turn this. Oh yeah, that's right. It's my anchor for my back. If I turn it, it's just gonna turn my back anchor. See if this can a little bit better. Yeah, last year I think I made my pumpkin hole too small, and I really couldn't get a lot of the guts out real easy. So this year I've tried to extend it, and hopefully that works better. I'm trying to get everything out of here. This is a very stringy, seedy pumpkin. There's lots of strings and stuff. I may not do as good of a job as I normally do this year, just because of the fact that, like I said, I'm really feeling it kind of bad. So this is not helping. But it's a tradition, and I want to keep it up, even if it's just me doing it. But I definitely need to do a smaller pumpkin next year. Pumpkin seeds and guts everywhere, but it's not too bad compared to some years where I literally have them everywhere. I can't get some of this to come out, and it's a problem because it's going to hang down and make the pumpkin look weird. try to avoid that when I can. A lot of that's gotta be good for the stream. I'm sure everybody enjoys that. I'm on blood pressure medication, and it turns out that 30% of the people that take this specific medication can have coughing problems from it. And hey, guess what I fall into? At 30%. It's fun. It's great just constantly coughing. Oh, there goes my goop bag. It got all my goop in there from that pumpkin. I need it. But it's hurting my hand. Too much. Oh, there it goes. There's too much pumpkin spaghetti. Big spoon, but the smaller spoon seemed to be working better this time around. Maybe I should have been using the small spoon this whole time. Like I said, you can get pumpkin carving kits and stuff. People use them, but having the problem and grab the string instead of the back, so I didn't even stop it from falling. Very hard. There we go. Get this in there. Yeah, that's not tiring at all. It's great. It's fine. I'm sure it's going to look wonderful instead of super stringy when I'm done with it all. I really should have done a smaller pumpkin this year. Yeah, I'm sure you could look online and find people that are much better at this than I am, but you know, maybe they've already carved their pumpkin. Wait, I don't want that in there, I want that out there. I think that was done with me. Yeah, maybe they've already carved their pumpkin, and watching, you'll just, you know, knock over everything, like I'm doing right now. Now watching, you won't even be able to see it all, or something. I don't know. Put that somewhere. I need to get me a napkin. Pumpkin seeds forever. The funny thing is I'm not a big fan of, like, face reveals and stuff. If you all ever watched my channel before, you'll know this. I tend not to really do that much, or at all, really. But I'm pretty sure in the live streams like this, it's near impossible. But that's fine. I mostly do it for artistic reasons. Totally not because then I'd have to actually change my clothes every time I go to do a stream. Everyone always wonders why it's Charlie Moist Critical. Hey, look at this. Oh, it's this thing that lets me ring the pumpkin up. Cool. Everybody wonders why Moist Critical doesn't have any, or always wears the same shirts. And I have a feeling it's the same reason that I don't like to do face cam, which is I don't want to have to change shirts all the time. He just has the same shirt on all the time. You don't have to worry about it. Okay, now I need to remember which side I wanted to be up front. And also get this on there, right? There we go. Make sure I'm there good. And I believe it was this side, so. Like I said, unfortunately I don't have a pen on me, so I can't draw and then completely ignore those guidelines like usual. So what I'm going to do instead is just freehand it, and it'll be just as bad, and you're not going to be able to tell the difference. So that's great. That's great. It's really cool. I always do the eyes first. Maybe I should do the mouth first this time. And then I would know how much room I have to do the eyes. Might do that. Maybe I'll change the way I do this. So let's see here. lot of accidental stabbing here. Probably just not me, but just on the pumpkin, I'm sure. Whoopsie. Buck teeth at this point, I guess. I remember I gotta do the bottom too. Don't want to go down too far. Should go up more, I guess. Yeah, I went out to a bar and they had a live band there. They were pretty good. I've heard them before, so that was fun. Kind of felt bad because I was leaving and I walked out to my car and I just went by myself. And there were these girls there that went and saw as well, and they just happened to be walking the same way, and so it's like, it was I felt a little bad because it's just like, here's this creepy guy dressed up as a Cthulhu cultist going out here and following them that way, and there's no way for me to be like, I'm just going to my car. So that was awkward. That was really awkward. But I basically like did everything I could to be like look, I'm just like to like go a different way and everything. And finally they went on somewhere and I was like, okay, good, I don't feel bad anymore. So then I just went to my car and left. But I kind of felt bad about that. I was like, oops. I was like, there's no way you can be like, oh, don't worry about me. I'm just a strange man you don't know. So hopefully I didn't like spook them too much. I mean, Halloween's when you're supposed to be scared, but not like that. I'll do this one a little bit lower than I really do now. I always end up, maybe I should do like this, because I always end up making the mouth too like bigger than I want it to be in a lot of ways, and only in whatever side I end on. So maybe if I start right here again, I can come up some, I can go down on it. That's what she said. And I can come down like this. Yeah, and then make it so that the bottom is way more even. Or I can mess that up again. Look how I messed that up. That was great. Okay, cool. And this way maybe it'll be more to where like it comes down and meets in the middle instead of like being bigger on one side than the other. I always have that problem. And I would like to not have that problem, but it sure looks like I'm about to have that problem less. As I do this, I can come down and then come across over there. There, and then kind of meet it that way. Alright, that's not too bad. Mouth is done. I think I'm cooling a little bit because it was really hard. Let me see here. Yeah, that's good. That's good for the stream. Everybody wants to hear that noise. I sure hope I'm still streaming. I can't actually tell. It'd be embarrassing to have like half a stream. That's not the correct thing. But I can't really tell because I can't watch my stream and play music at the same time. So I just have this up. Like I said, I met a bunch of other YouTubers, famous people, have issues. I mean, no issues with this. They probably have like setups and everything. I do not have setups and everything. Okay, so I guess I'll just start here, kind of high up for the eyes this time around. Yeah, I'm still not very good at this. Oh, that's cool. I love it when I pull the whole knife out and stab him, and then he has a hole there forever. That's what you really want to have happen if you're not, if you really want that to happen. It's always great. It's always wonderful. It doesn't irritate you. You don't get super angry like there. Like, no, that's fine. That's what you want to have happen. You wanted him to have a giant scar there. What I'm trying to aim for is to have the eyes come down. That's probably way more than I wanted. Or maybe not. Just gotta make sure I mirror it with the other one. Maybe we can come up a little bit out here. That doesn't look bad. That doesn't look as bad as it always does every year. That's not the same problem I have every year. It's fine. Trying to make his eyes. Oopsie. That's cool. But that's like the biggest part here. But I think it's going to be his mouth this year. See, like I was telling my friend who asked me if I was doing the same style. I do the same style every time because it never once is the same. I've never once been able to make the exact same pumpkin that I want, despite the fact that every year I carve the same pumpkin. And like I have a problem here with his eyes are going to be basically like, okay, didn't quite meet the mouth. That's what I was most afraid of. Now I have to find some way to do the exact same thing over here in a way that doesn't look terrible. Spoiler alert, it's probably going to look terrible. See, this is where a pen would come in handy. However, I suppose I could start from the bottom and go up, and that way I would be able to have the same sharp angle that I do on that eye. Or not. I could also not do that and make a horrible mess out of it all. I think I need to make it a little sharper. Yeah, that doesn't look terrible at all. It's fine. I lie to myself. It looks just like the other eye. I lie to myself. I suppose I can always go back and change whatever I mess up, but still, it is actually a little irritating. Just because of how bad I did. Not that bad. I've done worse. I've just done better too. I need to buy more candles. I've been using the same set of candles I bought for years now. And I'm just about out of votive candles, which are the ones that you use for pumpkin curving. I don't know what accent that was. Pretend I didn't do that. Oh, maybe I should use a knife. Look at how nice the knife gets rid of all the tentacle things. Maybe I should use the knife instead of a spoon. Maybe I was doing this. I could have been doing it wrong this whole time. I wouldn't even know because I'm terrible at it. Got a few on the end here I'm a little bad with. Alright, so, yeah, not the best, not the worst. You can see where the mouth is here. It has not come out automatically the way the eyes did. So I'm thinking maybe I can get it to come out. Let's see. I might need to apply a little bit of pressure here. Maybe recut certain places. Because the eye just came right out. Seems like it's all good here. Huh. Yeah, it seems like it should just pull right out there. I don't want to hurt the knife, so you might be surprised to know I use these knives. Well, I'm not carving pumpkins, so, you know. There it goes. Want to know how I got these scars? Did I make that joke every year? I bet I do. Well, other than like, it's actually, I'm actually really happy with how that one came out. Wow. I wish that this side of his mouth matched this side. I wish it mirrored that. Don't think I can do it to where it will now, because it's just kind of like a big smile up there. I mean, that works. I'm happy with it. I'm very happy with this, actually. Compared to how some of mine have turned out. You won't go, the stream lasts forever. Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with that. I gotta get the pumpkin guts out of there again. Like, I've got some more guts here. Let me get those out. But, like, compared to how some of mine go, like, this actually went pretty good. Considering I wasn't filming today, I'm really happy with how this turned out. Like, wow. I really like this one. It looks a whole lot better than I thought it was going to. I gotta get some of the strings and bits out again, because that's just gonna look weird. Also could catch fire. You know, that's the worst part. You know, making it look good is the most important part. Who cares if it catches fire? That's fine. But otherwise, I mean, like, that came out pretty good. I've got to make sure there aren't any strings stringing along here and everything. Like this one here that I can't seem to get rid of. There we go. I'll just put it in there. Get rid of that. Got to kind of go around here on the edges some and get some of these strings cut, which is the vein of doing pumpkin carving, I guess. That just happens all the time. But yeah, other than cleanup and everything, which I guess I won't stream because I don't think anybody else is joining, and I want to go ahead and kind of get everything done and ready. I think I'm calling it there. But I'll try and take a picture of it and make it the thumbnail later on. But happy Halloween. I think it came out pretty good. I've got some touch up to do on it and everything. But I'm really happy with that. I'm trying to make sure y'all can actually see it good. Hold it up here. I don't know what it looks like, so hopefully y'all can see that. But I'm very, very happy with it. I think it came out real good. Despite the fact I didn't want to do it this year and I wasn't feeling good, I think it came out probably better than my other years did. Like I said, I'm pretty tired and didn't feel very good, so I wasn't going to do a major job. I got some cleanup to do on it. I'm not going to film that. I'm not going to stream that since, like I said, nobody's watching really, I don't think. I think it's just me. And at least my friend got to come on a little bit and see it and everything. And hope that if y'all, well, there we go, I just messed that up. I hope that if y'all had, you know, if y'all were here for it or anything, or if you see it later on, that you at least helped you out with your Halloween some, that you had a good Halloween. Yeah, I messed that up a little bit, but oh well. But I hope you had a good Halloween. I hope you have a good November. I don't know if you're doing anything in November. Nothing happens in November. But yeah, I hope you have a good Halloween, and I hope now that it's about to be not Halloween, that that you have a wonderful, happy holidays and everything. Hope you have a spooky good time. Let me turn this so you can see it. There we go. I think it worked out pretty good. But I hope you all enjoyed the stream that you weren't here for. If you actually watch it later on, I hope that you had a good time and that, you know, Halloween goes well for everybody. Thanks for watching. I've got to figure out how to stop this because it's been a little while and tapping on the screen is not doing it. Thank y'all very much. Happy Halloween. Woo! How do I turn it off?